So guys, Unisonic, welcome to Vizovica, welcome to Masters of Rock.
Hello. Thank you very much.
We haven't seen you for a long time, Michael, on stage. Tell us please about your real feelings there.
Very excited. Very excited. Just like I said earlier, it's like the most exciting thing for me is meeting fans again and actually realizing that there are still fans. That was like that moves me really. It's like today it was really cool. It's like so many, and also different ages. Like it goes like from like
41 to 42.
Exactly. Well, that's really awesome. That's really awesome, and you need to do that. I haven't been doing anything like that for ages, and that's not good. You don't know where you are. Oh, me. I didn't know.
Were you nervous?
Before, yeah. When I was on stage, it was kind of cool. Before, I was really nervous. I was like, I almost didn't want to do it. But it's like, as soon as I got on stage, it was cool. All right.
Unisonic
I was
consists...
just very irritated because the stage sound was very chaos. Yeah, I had my voice was nothing. I had just his guitar. I had keyboards on the thing, but just the reverb of the keyboards. Did you see that the thing with Set Me Free when the audience was clapping? We were both going with the audience instead of with the drum because we couldn't hear the drum.
We're gonna cut it off anyway.
It was all punk. It was a punk show. Yeah, but Halloween was always a punk show too. It was naturally punk.
Still is.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Guys, Unisonic consists of experienced musicians, right? Pink Cream 69, Crocus, Asia, Godhard. Is it easier to start like that, or if you compare that with, let's say, some newbies in business?
It's not easy. It's different. I honestly think the first couple of years on Halloween, the phase with Kai Hansen is something you can never beat because like we were like naive and excited and friends. That's the most important thing. It was really fun. That's something you just can't design or whatever. You know, it's like when you get older and you make a band like that, it is a different thing. It can grow, but it's like I really don't want to miss the years that I had, the early years with Halloween. The phase with Kai Hansen, that was really awesome. It's different when you're a baby. You experience everything totally different. You don't think. You don't think. You just do. And if we would have thought during the Keeper records, for instance, they wouldn't have existed. Because it was completely against what people expected.
So that was Michael. And what about you guys?
My name is Dennis.
Of course, it was the intention when we were talking about putting the band together. It was the intention to get professionals, to get experienced people, to get.
Instead, we decided to do it ourselves.
Yeah. Next time, next tour, we'll play behind the curtain with some young, good-looking guys up front. No, but that was when we were talking about teaming up, the three of us. That was also what Dennis said. If there is a question or a choice for guitar player, only Mandy can be, you know. So he was the right guy with the right feeling for the guitar for this team, which means like a couple of experienced guys who love this melodic hard rock music, you know. And we all have in many spots the same taste of what kind of music we want to do, and of course it helps if people are experienced, you know. Like young kids would be way more difficult, I guess.
And I worked with him before, I know him from Gotthard and their album with Crocus. After knowing all these musicians that I know for so many years and so many productions, it was so obvious, and the guy's got it heart and soul, his way. Everything was correct, and I like him. I like him.
Well, you know, my thing is, that I really work with bands like not just like heavy metal. I really went from Asia, which is totally progressive rock, from King Crimson and all that, which totally has nothing to do with what you hear tonight. You know, nobody here would know King Crimson, I would say.
I heard about him.
But it's like different styles, and for me it's easier to play in a band like that because I went from heavy metal to blues to jazzy things to even progress rock, and this I hear in Blas Vendôme. I hear that, sometimes it reminds me a bit on sometimes a bit more on metal stuff. It's very a wide thing, and to me it's very interesting sound, and I think Unisonic we probably will take from that experience that everybody has and see what comes out, and should be interesting, I suppose.
It's cool.
I always had a very, very wide range of musical taste. Always. When I was into the heaviest days, like into Maiden, Priest, Black Sabbath, these cool bands of the 80s. At the same time, I was listening to, believe it or not, Kate Bush, Eurythmics, U2, Barbara Streisand, Simon and Garfunkel, Pat Bennett. Yeah, honestly. I had Streisand. Yeah. I like some of her records. I don't know. I mean, I don't like them anymore, but it's like in those days I did. And Pat Benatar, for instance. I really like Up to 7 the Hard Way and stuff like that. And Elvis. I mean, I'm always a big Elvis fan. I never had this sort of thing, just one music, never. Yeah.
Guys, there are 2 live shows behind you, I believe, at least.
5. We did 5.
With the warm-up
But there was a
shows,
month
yes.
between the last one and now.
This is
3 small warm-up shows in clubs. Then we played Sweden Rock. Then we had a break, and now we did Masters of Rock.
Not a lot.
what do you play? What do you play there on stage?
What?
What do you play on stage? What kind of? Yeah, usually.
What we did? We had to play Place Vandom, which is a project that we 3 were in.
Yeah.
We had to because we haven't finished the record yet. It's very nice, thanks to George, that they booked us for this festival without a record. That's very nice. Very nice.
You said we don't have any record. New CD on horizon?
Yeah, well, that's the next thing we're going to do. I mean, really intense, actually.
This year.
Tomorrow?
We'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow's done. No. No, we're working on it.
It's possible, but we
started already.
We want to really be sure about it.
So is it going to be very similar to Place Vendôme?
Oh, it's going to be different. I mean, it's the same
bigger.
people. It's the same people. You will see the fingerprints, but I don't think it's going to sound like it. It's going to sound different. It's not going to sound 80s that much.
We're going to go for another level. We're trying to go somewhere else. We want to make some identity. I don't know how. We don't know how. We're going to try
Because we haven't
and
got
see what
any.
happens. Yeah, we have no identity.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do something that we don't know what it is yet.
We reinvent music.
But it will be interesting, that's for sure.
But that was also the intention when you asked earlier about the experienced people. We put people together where we think the potential and the creative talent is there, Like put them all in a room, write some songs, jam together, make music. That's how the best music ever came up, And we think that we can do something really good, a really good record, really good music. And that was the initial plan. We didn't talk about it has to be metal, it has to be no metal, it has to be pop or whatever. We said these are the talents. Let's go together, write songs. Everybody, the 3 guys are writing great songs. And we'll give it an own identity by performing those songs and working on them together.
What's interesting about a band always is like when I write a song, for instance, and I produce a solo record, I can just do it the way I understand it, and it will have maybe a certain quality or whatever. But if you have someone like Dennis in the game, who has produced lots of records, he agrees. I'm sure that songs that I write are going to be better now. That I'm like it was in Halloween too. I had some ideas, and then the band fooled around with it and made it their own thing, and I hope something like that is going to happen here too. It's always better to be in a band. I mean, it's good to do solo records, It's like I think I have done some interesting things on my own. I probably will keep on once in a while to do a solo record, something wild, whatever, But a band is better. It's not just all on your shoulder.
That's true.
It's like you don't have the whole responsibility and you have other inputs and stuff like that. Like Mary Comfort. Yeah, it's a band. It's just much better. It's just much
American
better.
without the bad part too.
All right.
Guys, very last question to you, Michael. Sorry, but what about your cap?
It's cold. I'm freezing. Yeah. No, I just think it looks better. I got it very short here. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. I just think I look friendlier like that. When I take it off, I look so heavy. And I'm not heavy. No.
Guys, Unisonic, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your music, and good luck to your restart.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.